Neil Barnes Media.
Hi fam, this is Neil of Neil Barnes Media, where I discover family businesses for people who love food. Okay, so in this episode, we're talking about promoting brand and growing your business with Ronak Patel, who is the owner of a family-owned coffee shop, Play-a-Latte Cafe. We'll discuss everything there is to know about starting your own family business and yeah, growing your brand. So thank you so much, Ronak.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yes, so I'm really so amazed because I'm a customer before in Play-a-Latte Cafe. Been there twice,
Yep.
and yeah, I saw you there. You the coffee's great, the place is great, even the shop, and the playground. So yeah, just wondering how did it all started?
So this is a business that's owned by my wife and I together. So we came up with the concept after we had our second child. We realized there wasn't a lot of great places that have playgrounds for children, but also cater to parents with the needs of coffee. So sleep deprived parents really need coffee. And so waiting in a drive-through to go to a playground first to go get coffee just didn't make a lot of sense for us. So we started envisioning, okay, what would we make as a business that would fit our needs? And we started adding more and more elements to it. And it turns out lots of other parents have the same needs and desires. So that's really what Play Latte stemmed from, is just our own needs of not being fulfilled. And we said, okay, we're going to take care of our own needs, and everybody else jumped on as well.
Okay, but your work before is you're an MBA in marketing.
Yep.
So how is it having this transition of doing this, starting this family business?
So it's added a lot more elements of obviously work to my plate. So with the marketing side of things, I understand what do customers want, how do you fulfill their needs, how do you go and get the right audience. So all the things that you learn in a classroom about going and finding your target audience and speaking to them and not going after everybody. Those are things I've done in the past and I've had a lot of experience with. The whole accounting, the managing finances from a commercial or business standpoint. Those are things I've had to learn on the way. Having that MBA has definitely helped me. But then it's also managing HR, managing the customer service side of things. So some aspects we don't sit in class for everything. You learn from experience, or you talk to other people and say, okay, I know theoretically I should be doing this, but how do I manage creating marketing posts every day or going after the audience and still taking care of a payroll, still taking care of the Rogers bill, still taking care of rent and all of other bills that I have to take care of, and any other grants, any other proposals I have to write. So a lot of it comes down to managing your time as well. So these are all skills that you start building toward. And it's not just the one thing that I've been trained in for marketing. It's go and learn another skill, go and learn another skill. And that doesn't even touch on learning how to make coffee, going from no experience making coffee to making really good coffee. So it just takes a lot of learning and saying, okay, I'm going to take on this task, get it done, and go on to the next one and just keep going.
So you have a nice tandem with your wife. So your wife does what, and how about you? What's your roles in your business?
Yeah, so we have it broken down a little bit. She actually works full time at a hospital still, so she has a full time job, and everything that she does for Play Latte is in addition after the kids are in bed. So what she takes care of is all the online birthday parties, all the online requests that we get for more information. If we have classes going, she'll be the one marketing that. She'll be the one talking to our suppliers for character visits and special events. So that's all her, and getting toys for the retail shop. Me, on the other hand, I'm managing the staff on a day to day. So the day to day operations, making sure we have inventory, making sure everything's getting paid, looking at our finances, and then being there in front of the customer. So you've seen that where I'm serving up coffee. I'm the one going and
Mhm.
sanitizing the play structure. So
Yeah,
if staff don't,
you even took us of the photo of our
yeah,
family.
yeah. So I'll go and do things like that. So I'm more of a presence at the cafe and physically there, whereas she's in the background doing a lot of the work through email or through her phone to get things done. And then I'm doing all the tech stuff for our website as well.
Wow, amazing, amazing. So
Yeah.
yeah, just wondering how do you balance being a husband, a dad, and a business owner, a professor?
Um, Drinking a lot of coffee.
Really?
That always helps. So I'm glad I have my own coffee shop. Um, it's really just balancing priorities and what needs to be done. So I know there's some hard things that I can't skip out on. So getting the kids to school and back, that's a responsibility that I take care of. And we get help from family as well if I can't make it or if we have to be at the cafe longer. So it's nice to have those support structures in place. And when we were starting up the cafe, we said, okay, we're going to have this taken care of, this taken care of, so that our kids don't suffer from it or our family life doesn't suffer from it. But it does put a strain where I'm often running to the cafe, even when it should be a weekend or some kind of day for relaxing. Um, so it's a lot of balancing in terms of what's the most priority or what's the most high priority activity that I need to take care of, tackling that, and then understanding I'm not going to get to everything every day. And then finding activities I enjoy. So I do enjoy teaching. I do enjoy being in the classroom environment. So that being a professor side of things is my fun aspect of life. And it's still something a little more productive than I guess sitting and watching TV if I'd want to do that instead.
Wow, you're really a super Ronak.
I try.
So how about so yeah, 2020 you had started the pandemic. So how has the pandemic impacted your business?
So it had a significant impact. So it was our 1 year anniversary when we found out the NBA was shutting down, and that's when a lot of the close ups happened. So we also decided to close before the government sanctioned everyone to shut down. Um, and so for us, as you know, it's a business where people have to come together. It's a physical thing where kids are coming and playing. It's hard to make that run when nobody's allowed to come in. So we have to make a lot of changes. So the toy store that you see now didn't exist. It used to be all cafe seating. So we started getting a retail shop. We started doing virtual classes. We started doing more events outside of the cafe. We got a liquor license as well so that we could sell alcohol for Christmas, where we'll have like a beer advent calendar. So it's us coming up with these creative ideas that fit the need of the customers at the time. When all the dollar stores and stuff were shut down, we had the ability to sell all of our products that we had wholesale purchasing. That was still allowed. And we had a front door where you can say, okay, I want to order all these construction papers, this glue sticks and all that. You can order that from us and we'll have it ready for you at the curbside pickup. So we were pretty good at pivoting and changing our business model really quickly. And so that really helped. And then even before the pandemic, we were working with a lot of other small businesses. So Pretty by Her, some of the candle companies that we worked with, some of the food suppliers, they didn't always have brick and mortar stores. If you're buying little bow ties and bows for girls' hairs, those people didn't have their own business front or their own brick and mortar stores. So they were selling through us. And so we had this attachment to small business already. And so when St. Jacobs Market shut down, we would tell some of the suppliers, hey, sell your cinnamon buns through us and we can do curbside pickup, which follows all the laws. It's all safe. We have all the masks and everything in place so that it's a safe experience for everyone to purchase and go through. Those are the things that we did. So we stayed on top of everyone's radar and everyone knew that we still existed. And we kind of made the decision we're not giving up, we're not shutting down. So the
Yeah,
alternative is do something creative.
yeah, because really your cafe is so unique. I think that's an advantage for here in Kitchener in Waterloo.
Definitely.
So
If you're not the same as everybody else and if you're very different, people are going to look at it and say, you know what, I appreciate what they do, or I really like that business. I'm going to go out of my way to support them, or I'm going to go out of my way to
yeah,
do something to take care of that business because I want it around. If you're just the run of the mill coffee shop and you don't have an attachment to your customers, they're not going to really care if you're there or not. They'll just go on to the next one. So it's unfortunate that some businesses did shut down, and I do know some of the owners, so I do feel bad for them. Whereas for us, we were very unique, and people wanted us around.
yeah, yeah. So Ronak, so what's your advice for people who just want to start out their own business, start their brand promoting their brand?
So I guess that's two different things there. If you're starting your own business, understand all the aspects to it. The reality is not every business is successful. And so have a backup plan or decide what's your threshold for when do you need to decide to stop and figure out how you're going to avoid hitting that. So um, figure out where you want to go and what kind of support you're going to have to make sure it's successful. Because if you just say, yeah, I'm going to throw $20,000 onto this business and it's going to flourish, may not be the case. So you really need to look at that. When it comes to the brand side of things, if you're promoting, understand your audience. You can't sell to somebody if you don't understand what they want. If I go and start selling to all the other classmates of yours, if they don't have kids or if they don't have that need for a playground, and I say, yeah, come for a coffee, come for a playground, I'm not going to be all that successful. Whereas if I'm talking to you directly, I know you have a child. I know you and your wife have come here or have that appreciation for a place that has
Yeah.
coffee. You want to go and take your kid out. Um, I'm going to be able to speak to you because I know what your needs are. I know what you're looking for. So understand the audience and go after that audience. You don't have to go after every single person because you're not going to be successful at that. Go with the best return and that's knowing your audience and targeting them correctly.
Wow, that's great. That's great. And maybe just thinking if just want to hear your message to your kids and to your wife. Maybe from now on, what's the lessons that or the appreciation that you want to tell your family?
I think I'm appreciative of their support. Whether it's the good days or bad days, they're always there for me, and likewise, I'm always able to be there for them. So um, I think having open lines of communication with your spouse when you're running a business always helps, and understanding that your kids don't really know what's going on in the world in terms of the stresses and whatever you have. They're there just to have fun as they're growing up and learning. So they may not know it, but them coming around, hugging me and giggling and all that definitely helps on some of the tougher days. Um, and it's always fun because I know what I'm doing this for them as well. So again, we're very unique. And my business really does relate to my kids. So everything I'm doing is for them to utilize as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's really for them. Yeah, there's our kids are our inspiration, right? The
Yep.
family. Wow, thank you so much, Rona, for your time and for sharing your experience and expertise with us. So just keep on inspiring others. So for our listeners and our viewers
Yep.
who want to know more about Play-a-Latte Cafe, so please share to us your website, your social media accounts, location, and number.
Yeah, so it's actually fairly easy. Everything is Play-a-Latte Cafe. So if you're going to our website, play-a-lattecafe.com, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, it's all Play-a-Latte Cafe. If you search for us, and then we're located in Kitchener. So we're on 1601 River Road East, across from Chickawee Tube Park, where Robert Spock Meat is our next door neighbor. And if you're looking to get in touch or book birthday parties, just give us a call or reach out through email or over the phone.
All right. Thank you so much, Ronak.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, listeners, for tuning in here at Neil Barnes Media Podcast. Follow me in all my social media accounts. That's at Neil Barnes Media. Bye. Have a great day, fam. Neil Barnes Media.